which was something that I hadn't really done up until that point. So it was a nice way to meet. That's how we met, and then we became friends.
But isn't the story, Dave, the show had been on 1 year.
The show had been on.
And one of the writers, Maya Forbes, came into my office and said, hey, there's this really hot guy that's going to be a big star named Dave Duchovny. And I hadn't seen the X-Files. What was it, on Fox?
So anyway, so I'm there, and I'd gotten all the tapes for the Sanders show. This was before we had the technology to do otherwise, and I was working up in Vancouver in Canada, and they used to send me the tapes, and I'd watch them every week or however many they did. And so I was sitting there just kind of happy to be on the set and watching Garry work, and Garry kind of, I remember at one point, just was kind of standing in front of me doing something, and he kind of looked down at me, and I don't even think he did a double take, and just kind of walked on and had no idea that I was going to be in the scene with him 5 minutes later. But having said that, Garry was completely a hands-on creator of that show. He was involved in the minute detail of everything except perhaps the casting of me. Here, give me the ball.
Had you done comedy before? Were you nervous at all about working with?
Well, I was definitely nervous about working with Garry and and Rip and Jeffrey, who I thought were great. I guess I'd done some comedy, but that, to me, that show was like really like the pinnacle of the kind of comedy that I liked. So it was, I was very nervous to come and do it, and then, you know, they were all very welcoming. But then we became friendly after that, and he invited me here to play at his game. And I forget how it came about, but I think I said at one point, it would be funny if I, David Duchovny, had a crush on you, Garry Shandling, but I wasn't gay. It was really the kind of thing where we were playing, and you know, I mean, there's a lot of comedians in this game that Garry has, so it's hard to get a word in.
Here's how it went. So he's standing over there. We're standing over.
You remember? I don't remember.
I remember it really well.
Let's reenact this.
And you go.
We should have different actors.
He goes.
Like cops.
Because it's the same as it is in the show, and he said, "Well, I'll be him." He comes up to me.